Hello everybody, I'm the Sonicer, and welcome back to Danganronpa, Trigger Happy Havoc. And just like with last episode, we're going to add another Pokemon to our balls. So, we go up to 493. Random number generator. 1 to 493, because that's how many there are in the National Sinnoh-Dex. 281! Ooh. Oh, no. 334 is my favorite. Absolutely. That's Altaria. 281. What is 281? Oh, it's a Curlia! Sick! We get a Ralts! Because we're catching the baby forms. I like it. There we go. Okay, sweet. We got a Ralts. Hopefully it evolves into a Gardevoir. I don't know. But we are, just make things clear. Last night, I was attacked by someone wearing a mask. And whoever that was, now they're dead. I don't know why, but now they're laying dead in front of me. I told you there's a corpse hanging out here. Are they really dead? Is this really a dead body? You need to begin looking around right away. However, be ever so careful. There's no telling what you might find. You need to find out who this actually is, but there's no way to tell the mask covering their face like that. And the white coat they're wearing makes it impossible to tell anything about the body itself. The victim is a total mystery, but one thing I do know, it's the same. Whoever it is, they attacked me last night in my room. And there's no playing the dead body discovered. There is absolutely no Among Us emergency meeting sound being played right now. But why? How did they wind up dead in here? Their heart isn't beating, they're not breathing, all signs of life have come to a complete stop. Thanks to the knife that's been driven into their stomach, their clothes are stained a bright red. It appears the bleeding has stopped, but the blood that's there is still wet. Be careful you don't touch it and get some on you. Why can you be so calm at a time like this? Who is it? Their face and body are all hidden, so I don't have a clue. I'm pretty sure it's a girl, at least. How can you tell? Well, I think I see the outline of her chest, and just the general shape of the body. Yeah, the more I look, the more I'm sure it's a girl. Really? Then it could be. Okay, then. Let's just tear the mask clean off. Wait, don't. Well, by the time he called out, it was already too late. Toko's hand shot out toward the mask. And in the next instant, there was a blinding light and a deafening roar. The body blew up. It blew up, it blew up, it blew up, it blew up. My vision started to darken, and I prepared to pass out. But then, hurry up, put out the fire. As my consciousness attempted to float away, the voice reached up and pulled it back down to earth. Someone pressed something into my hands. It was a bucket of water. Come on, dump the water on it. Okay, the upper half of the body was on fire. I took aim and tossed the water as hard as I could. Sploosh. Thankfully, that was enough to put out the fire. Blech. It died down, leaving behind only the unpleasant smell of burning. I guess I took care of it. What the hell, man? It exploded? I had a bad feeling about that body, but never imagined it would explode. And now the body. It's burned to a crisp. That's beyond well done, man. So compared to a steak, I'll never be able to eat steak again. Ooh. Now that the body's charred, I really have no idea. How are we going to find out who it was? Who isn't here right now, huh? If we consider who's not here, that will quickly narrow down who it must be. There's only one person missing. It's Kyoko. Kyoko! That dead body. Is Kyoko? No, that can't be right. Calm down, I didn't say it was Kyoko. But I mean, who else? There is one other person. The mastermind. What? The mastermind... Come on, there's no way. The mastermind got charbroiled? Get serious. I agree. Normally the idea wouldn't be worth considering. But I have reason to believe it may be true. So do I! The mastermind being dead would explain that other matter, wouldn't it? Monokuma can hardly move around if its master is dead, right? But of course it's a girl, right? It doesn't make any sense. Remember what Alter Ego said? So that same person may very well be the mastermind who planned all this out. And according to the files, the headmaster is a man in his late 30s. Seems possible, even likely, that he's somewhere in the school right now. So the mastermind is some middle-aged dude, right? Which the corpse obviously isn't. Then that could mean the mastermind isn't the headmaster? Is it the teenage girl Kyoko told me about? The ultimate despair? Huh? Mukuro Ikusaba, the 16th student at Hope's Peak. What are you talking about? The other day, Kyoko confided in me. She said there was a 16th student here in the school. I think you better tell us everything you know. Well, all Kyoko told me was... Sound like Kyoko thinks Mukuro Ikusaba is a mastermind. No, the headmaster isn't the mastermind. I'm sure of that. What? I don't have proof yet, but I have no doubt I'm right. There's another student here, and it's a female that would match the body's characteristics. And that phrase, the ultimate despair, sounds super mastermindy, doesn't it? Okay, so the mastermind is this girl Mukuro, and she's a student here, and she's the ultimate despair? Well, she's been hiding here in school like some teenage Bigfoot. How'd she wind up burnt to a crisp? None of this makes any sense. To just suddenly show up and then die? I think we better take a closer look at the body. Maybe some clues to help us figure out exactly who it is. Hey, wait. Are we forgetting something? You know, Toko? Oh yeah, she got totally blown up, huh? Forget about her. I'm sure the explosion vaporized her. Oh, she survived. Oh, she survived. Huh? What just happened, Master? You declared for the whole world to hear that you would never again inhale a single molecule of oxygen. Oh, then I don't mind breathing in the carbon dioxide you exhale. That's enough for me to live. This is the strangest back and forth I've ever seen. Are you alright, Toko? I saw something on the corner of my eye just for a second. It's a corpse, isn't it? Well, I guess so. You guess which is it? Is it a dead body or not? It's a dead body. I hate this. I hate it. I'm not going to look at it. I don't want to faint again. Yeah, we don't want that either. So I think it's best if you don't look. Everyone is dying. Why? Why is this happening? What's going on here? Just take a close look at the body one more time. Watch yourself, Makoto. She may be dead, but she's still a girl. Don't worry. I don't plan on touching the body all that much. I'm not Kyoko, after all. What is that? There's something next to the body. It's a key? Is it what Kyoko took from Monokuma? What did you steal? I stole this. A key? But looking at it, I could tell it wasn't just any key. It was shaped like Monokuma, probably the only key of its kind on Earth. That's right, the key she stole was shaped like Monokuma. This isn't anything like that. Then this key is... What is it? Did you find something? Yeah, this was on the ground near the body. I've never seen this key before. What could it possibly go to? So even you don't know then? Makoto, I'm going to give you a very important task. Huh? The key might give you access to certain areas we thought were locked. You mean the biolab, the data center, the headmaster's room, and the dorm rooms on the second floor. It's in your hands. So I'm your errand boy now? Okay, so first... Oh, I hate that. Oops. Nope, wrong way. It's rotten! The biolab was definitely locked before. Okay, let's give it a shot. When I transfer the key I found in the garden into the keyhole, the key isn't even close to fitting, which means the key doesn't go to this room. So we're going back down. To the data center, probably. Are there dorms on the second floor? Ah, right. That gate that goes to the second floor of the dorms. That was unintelligible, wasn't it? The gate to the second floor dorms. This gate's blocking access to a set of stairs that leads up to the second floor. Okay, let's give it a shot. I want to ensure the key I found in the garden and the keyhole. Oh good, it won't go in. Guess this isn't what the key goes to. I always do that. The door to the data center was definitely locked before. Let's give it a shot. When I went to insert the key I found in the garden into the keyhole, click. It fits. Here's the key to the data center. I managed to unlock the data center. Guess all that run around paid off. I have to go tell everyone else. I need to head back to the garden. So you're back. How'd it go? Find out which room the key goes to. It's a data center, down on the 4th floor. We can get into the data center now? Interesting. Why did the now deceased have the key on them? I suppose we'll just have to go to the data center and find out. Yeah, I think you're right. We all look like the door's still unlocked. So when you open that door, there's not going to be another huge kaboom like before, right? You're asking that question now? Don't worry, we have Makoto. What? It's in your hands. Again? It means I trust you. That's an absolute lie. I'm just being used. I wish I would put my hand on the door, close my eyes, and try to clear my mind. With a silent prayer, I slowly opened the door. Nothing happened. After making sure I was still alive, I slowly opened my eyes. Well. In a word, the room was strange. I mean, all the rooms up till now were strange, but this room had a special kind of strangeness. It wasn't a surface fear like the rest of the school. Here, the fear was lurking beneath the surface. The room was filled with that kind of dread. Hey, that's... Hero extended a trembling hand and pointed. Look at all those monitors on the wall. Look what they're showing. Each monitor displayed a different section of the school. The dorms, the classrooms, every part of the school was covered. This is... It's a direct feed from every single surveillance camera. All the cameras in the school feed back into this room, and they're displayed here on these monitors. So the sole purpose of this room is to watch us. To watch us? And this room is the Mastermind's private room, without a doubt. The Mastermind's room. I guess that makes sense. So the Mastermind was here. Watching us. And I think this settles it. The body in the garden? If they had the key to this room, it can only mean one thing. That was the body of Mukuro Ikusaba, and she was the Mastermind. And the Mastermind is dead? Like, really, really dead? It would seem so. For serious? It's too bad they had to go and die before Master could kill them himself. The Mastermind is dead? Can that really be true? Does that mean it's all over? Because, I mean, that body. Whatever happened, they obviously didn't die a natural death. So who was that? But if the Mastermind really is dead, that means we can finally get out of this hellhole. We gotta hurry up and find the exit, come on! No, we have to check this area thoroughly first. But what about the exit? If the Mastermind truly is dead, we can't leave whenever we decide to. But right now, we need to find out why the Mastermind set up this life or death game in the first place. And I'm bothered by the fact that this Mastermind was obviously murdered. Murdered? So you think so too, huh? The state of the corpse makes it plain as day. There is absolutely no doubt. The Mastermind was murdered. Well, why's it gotta be that way? I mean, who could have ever even done it? That's exactly why I said we need to investigate the purpose and identity of the Mastermind. Now do you understand, you useless insect? You're banned from talking to Master ever again. The Mastermind's purpose and why they were killed. This room very will hold the answer to those questions. After all, the Mastermind must have spent who knows how much time here. Okay then, let's begin our search. It's time to uncover the identity of the Mastermind. There's a bunch of computers all lined up. They look like high-performance PCs, nothing like the ancient laptop Alter Ego was installed on. They're all on, but they seem to be locked. So what, we can't do anything? Just use your fighting spirit to force your way in. What center are you from? Mastermind must have been using these to monitor the network. And Alter Ego. You may well be right about that. But there's no point in thinking about it now. You're right. So, what's up here? I mean, I want to know why they were killed as much as the next guy, but I also really want to get out of here. Are you alright, Toko? Hurry up and find something. For Master. What do you think, Hina? Jeez, I can't believe how many monitors there are. My eyes are flickering as fast as they are. And Byakuya. Why was the Mastermind murdered? To figure that out, we need to find out the identity and purpose of the Mastermind. Okay, well, what's this? The door's kind of creepy. It's got a picture of Monokuma on it. What could be inside? Alright, no luck. The door's locked, huh? What if we use the key that opened this room? Let's give it a try just in case. Nope. No good. Won't even fit in the keyhole. Oh. Well, don't worry about it. Everything's fine. The Mastermind's dead, right? So nothing's gonna happen to us. Yeah, I guess you're right. Can't stop thinking about that door with Monokuma's picture on it. But worrying about it isn't gonna do me any good. Hina's right. The Mastermind's gone, so there's nothing to be afraid of anymore. What's this? There's a really ridiculous number of monitors in here. And the Mastermind's been using them all to spy on us. As long as I have this, huh? Look at Master Go. It's like a feast for the eyes. How much is a monthly membership? Alright, well, time to check this out. No matter when, no matter where, surveillance cameras are following our every move. I mean, they're absolutely ever. How many cameras does this place have anyway? So if this place is being monitored, that means someone's watching us from somewhere else, right? I mean, that has to be it. There's nothing showing up on this one. Huh? Hey, look, next to that TV. Isn't that a TV antenna? It is. It's just like the one my grandma uses. It's totally one of those high-def antennas. Wait, so we hook up the antenna, we could watch TV? Did someone say TV? Well, Saturday morning heat is here. Are you talking about me? Anyway, if we can watch TV, let's do it. Come on, come on, come on. Ah, you're all starved for info from the outside world, huh? Alright, let me work my magic and you'll be quantum leaping your way to TV land before you know it. I mean, I get the reference, but what's he talking about? Oh. What's wrong? Good news for all you Saturday morning kiddies out there. I think I got the TV working. Really? Now all I gotta do is switch it on. Then do it. Friggin' idiot mastermind. All you guys need to cut free from your regrets of the outside world. And they were sitting here watching TV the whole time. They really thought they could get away with it? Huh? It's a feed coming from the surveillance camera monitoring this room, isn't it? Huh? That's weird. Hey, what are you doing? That's really weird. You're weird. Weird in every way possible, and not just weird, super weird. This TV isn't hooked up to anything but the antenna, so how is it showing the camera feed? Did you try changing the channel? Oh, good idea. Let's give that a try. Here I went through each channel one by one. On every channel, it was just us. It's a live feed of us standing there in the data center. Is it broken or something? No, there's some kind of trick to it. Some weird setup. A trick? What kind of trick? I'm not sure, but... Huh? Huh? What? 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 Been a while, you friggin' bastards. Monokuma? How? You're supposed to be dead. I knew it. Me? Dead? Don't be friggin' stupid. Hey, you're actually kind of strange. Something seems different. I'm different. Evolution is perfectly natural. After all, I've been hibernating for 2 years already. Not even. It's been like half a day at most. How are you alive again? Oh yeah, that's it. The look on your faces right now is sublime. That's what I want to see, the moment you went from hope to despair. Don't tell me you pretended to be dead, all for this moment. Why would a bear pretend to be dead? You're the ones who should pretend to be dead when you see a bear. I mean, that's totally laughable. It makes me laugh. I'm gonna laugh now. And that's that. Well, it's almost time to cut off your past so full of hope and begin to despair at the future ahead of you. I want you all to have way more fun in this killing game. You can't be serious. We have to keep going. No, we're supposed to get out of here. Get out of here? Are you so obsessed with getting out of here? How do you not get it? There is no getting out of here. And besides, this life is not bad, you know? I mean, there's stuff you won't like about life no matter where you are. Are you serious? This place is the worst. If it's the worst, does that mean you're in despair? I'm pooped from all that laughing. Guess I'll just get to the point now. The point? You guys really struggled when you found that TV. Yes, indeed. That TV is an essential part of your school life here. I knew it was hiding a secret of some kind. But I connected the antenna, so why is it just showing us the surveillance feed? Look at how attentive they are now. Well, then I'm going to let you in on a blood-gushing secret and tell you about it. That TV is absolutely, without a doubt, displaying the signal coming in on the antenna. But what does that mean? It's displaying the signal, but it's just us standing here. You're so stupid, don't you get it? Fine, I'll just tell you. This killing game is being broadcast live to the entire world. It's the most popular thing on TV. What? This killing game is being broadcast live to the entire world. It's the most popular thing on TV. Doesn't matter how many times he says it, I don't know what it's supposed to mean. I mean, even if I understood the words, I'm not sure I'd understand the deeper meaning. What? Broadcast live to the entire world? What kind of bad joke is this? Can't be. Have they taken over the airwaves somehow? The camera feed is being broadcast? No way, that's impossible! That kind of overconfidence is a major weakness in your crisis management system, you know that? All you need is one weird trick that I found, and hijacking the airwaves is easy mode. Are you being serious right now? I heard a kind of creaking, but the sound was coming from my own mind, like a boat tossing in the ocean. My mind had begun to creak and groan. Everything has a meaning, you know. All those hints I gave you, all those tantalizing tidbits about the school's mysteries, even me luring you here right now. Why would I do any of that without a reason? It was all for my captive audience, to show them true despair like they'd never seen it before. I became the director of a despair-based production. It's the ultimate reality show, the best in despair entertainment. You're lying. If this was on TV, the police and everyone else would be going crazy. Yeah, there's no way they wouldn't have tried to come and rescue us. What if they already did? Huh? But then again, it's not really any of their business, right? Sure, some people might yell at their TV to try and warn you, but who actually come here to help you? Don't you think that's don't you think that's possible? I don't really know personally though, so whatever. But to take control of all communications like that, you'd need astronomical amount of resources. Yep, so how could things have come this far? Well, that's a secret. There's something you all need to do first, remember? What? Yeah, duh, there's the little business of... Huh? The class trial, do you mean... Which I'll leave right here. Everyone give it all you've got, okay? Okay, things are gonna get pretty crazy from here on out. You're in for a heck of a ride. And then he was gone. Reality was incomprehensible. The truth hopelessly out of reach. All we were left with was despair. We stood there for I don't know how long, frozen in place. I couldn't think. It took everything I had just to keep myself standing upright. I don't understand any of this. What's despair entertainment? And how is he still alive? I thought that finally we could get out of here. And plus, what did he say about a class trial? Some chocolate. Well, that part's obvious. The class trial is a class trial. What it means is at this point we have to figure out who the culprit is. Figure out who killed Kyoko. What? Well, what are you talking about? I thought Mukuro Ikusaba was the one who died. The victim was female, right? Kyoko certainly fulfills that condition, and if Monokuma is still alive and active, that means that the mastermind, Mukuro Ikusaba, isn't dead. So naturally, that body can't belong to her, so it must be Kyoko. There's no other possibility. The body is Kyoko's? Kyoko's been murdered? She's not wearing gloves! No, it's not possible. Because I don't know anything about her yet. I don't even know who she really is. I have to have it in like this? I don't believe it. I refuse to believe it! Whether you believe it or not doesn't matter. The truth is the truth. If you refuse to believe, it's your responsibility to uncover the truth for yourself. Myself? Anyway, we better begin. But if we're going to have a class trial, then that means killer. Correct. It must be someone participating in our school life. Wait, so you're saying one of us killed Kyoko? Well, that's not precisely what I'm saying, no. But you just said... I don't have time to explain now. There is a veritable mountain of issues I need to confirm. So I'm going to begin my search. If you value your lives, you'll put everything you have into this. That is how this game works, after all. Well, I better start by checking out that Monokuma file. Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife, which went completely through the body. They had also been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. The body was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old. So even the Monokuma file doesn't tell us who the victim actually was. The unidentified body. Could it really be Kyoko? Or... I have no choice. I have to investigate. I have to uncover the truth for myself. No matter what, I have to find out what happened, or we're all dead. I need to go back to the scene of the crime. Back to the garden. It's much more epic now. Okay, time to get started. I need to check anywhere that might be important from one end to the other. I just need to do what I always do. Investigate. There's a knife laying on the ground. Is this... Must be the knife that was stuck in the body before it exploded. The force of the explosion must have thrown it over here. The Monokuma file said the knife went all the way through the body from front to back. Does that mean this knife was to cause the fatal injury? Either way, this knife. It looks really familiar. Wait, is this... That's it. It's the knife that the person was holding. This is getting really weird. There were just too many strange coincidences. Whoever the person in the mask was that attacked me last night, they were holding that knife. And that same knife was used to stab that same masked attacker we found here. But Kyoko was in your dream. So maybe this masked person got stabbed because... when they attacked, I was in a kind of trance. Maybe I reacted by grabbing the knife. Maybe then I... And if this is really Kyoko, it would mean that Kyoko is the one that attacked me. But why the mask? I just don't know. I don't remember anything clearly from last night. No, it can't be. There's no way. If I check the body more thoroughly, maybe then I'll find out for sure if it's Kyoko or not. There's something weird about the body's fingernails. Oh, these are fake nails. They're really long. Seem like they'd get in the way of normal activity. Fake nail has been added to the truth bullet section. Also, something on the back of her right hand. Is this a tattoo? It got burned, so I can't make out the whole thing, but looks like it's a picture of a dog or something. I've never seen anything like it before. The lower half of the body didn't get wet at all. After the body blew up, the top half got set on fire, so I dumped a bucket of water on it, which explains why the bottom half isn't wet. There's nothing strange about that, right? The upper half of the body got set on fire in the explosion, so it's totally blackened. Also, the top half of the body is wet. It's because it got set on fire and I threw water on it. Since I only threw water on that part that was on fire, the top half, the bottom half is still dry. In other words, there's nothing strange about the top half being wet. There isn't, right? Exploded body analysis has been added to the truth bullets section. The white jacket the victim was wearing got totally burnt up. There's only one little piece left. I guess that's it. These look like fragments of something. They're all burnt, so I can't really be sure, but I feel like I've seen something like it before, but where? Wait, was it there? I'll have to double check that later. Fragments near the dead body has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Don't think I've seen everything there is to see. Monokuma flower, huh? Is it true? Does it really eat paper, plastic, and people? I don't think it's related to the case, so I think I'll just stay away. Listen, Makoto. Do you remember how the body looked, before it blew up? If I remember right? He was wearing some kind of mask and a big white coat. Also, there was a knife sticking out of the stomach, and the area around it was stained with blood. Apparently, the wound had stopped bleeding, but the blood on the body was still wet. Byakuya said not to touch it to avoid getting all bloody. But for how much blood there was on the body, I didn't see any on the ground around it. Wow, thanks, that was a big help. Now that you explained it, I totally remember how it looked. Well, having to talk about it like that helped me remember it a lot better, too. So thank you, too. Body before the explosion. So who does that body belong to? Whoever it is, I'm not going to look. I don't want to faint anymore. It's 11 o'clock right now. Okay, and? Oh, well, I was just thinking about when we first found the body. When the body was found, huh? Should look back to what I did this morning to help me remember when that was. Monokuma's announcement woke me up at 7, as usual. Headed for the dining hall pretty soon. Once I got there, I met up with Hina. That was around 7:30. Headed to the gym where everyone else was waiting. Next, Toko went to get the pickaxe, and that's when she found the body. What time was it then? 9 o'clock. What time is it? It was just before 9 o'clock, so it's probably 9 on the dot now. It had to have been right around 9 o'clock. Now that you mention, I think you're right. So I think we can say for sure that the body was found at 9 a.m. Okay, my job's done. That's a pretty small job. The body was found has been added. Good timing, Makoto. I want to talk to you. What do you want to talk about? I'd like to hear your alibi. Alibi? Correct. I'd love to hear where you were after nighttime began last night. Well, I was sick, so I was asleep all night. But why are you asking about that now? What's nighttime got to do with it? Isn't it obvious the murder took place after nighttime? How can you know that for sure? Because just after nighttime began, I came to the garden. I was going around looking for everyone so I could tell them about Monokuma. Hero's been spending most of his time in the garden in the last few days, so I figured he'd be here. And I can confirm that's when I arrived last night. There was no body here. So the murder could only have taken place at some point during nighttime after I left the garden. However, Toko, Hiro, Hina, and I were in the gym together the entire night last night. What? Once I found Hiro in the garden, we immediately went to Toko and Hina's rooms to get them. At that point, we all went to the gym and began dismantling Monokuma. As a precaution, we made sure not to go anywhere alone. We even went to the bathroom in pairs. In other words, all 4 of us have airtight alibis. The only ones who don't have alibis are me and Kyoko. And if the victim really is Kyoko, then I'm the only one without an alibi. Also, when we went to go get Hina and Toko, we stopped by your room as well. But you never came to the doors, so where precisely were you? I'm telling the truth, I was in my room, but I was dead asleep. I had a fever, so that's hardly an alibi. I know. So, what now? You seem to be at quite the disadvantage here. I'm the only one without an alibi. That's really bad, isn't it? Byakuya's account. Check the body more thoroughly. Maybe I'll be sure if it's Kyoko. There's only 4 things to check. Alright, I think I'm good. Do I really have to examine everything? Remember there were some chickens in the chicken coop. Count 4 chickens. Huh? 4? What's going on, Makoto? Oh, I'm glad you're here. Listen, do you remember how many chickens there were in here? Of course, there were precisely 5. Yeah, right? What's wrong? There's only 4 chickens here now. We're 1 short. Huh? Ah! That's so weird. I wonder when it disappeared. I was down here just before nighttime last night, and there were definitely 5 chickens then. What are we going to do? Going from 5 to 4 is going to have an impact on the structure of the world. It's like a jigsaw puzzle. If even a single piece disappears, the entire world will remain unfinished. I did my best to ignore Hero and focus on the problem at hand. Why did one of the chickens disappear? Could it be related to the case? One of the monitors, blah, blah, blah. Totally useless no matter what. Ah, the sprinkler system! That's right! This is the panel that controls the sprinklers. Set to turn on at 7:30 every morning, and Monokuma said the time positively couldn't be changed. Huh? Hold on. So the sprinklers turn on at 7:30 each morning, right? Then if the body was here before then, the sprinklers should have gotten it wet, which would mean the murder must have taken place. Sprinklers. Byakuya! All 4 of us have tight alibis, or me and Kyoko. But we have something to talk about. I have something to explain it. So be sure to take a look at the tool shed. This room is dusty and disorganized. In other words, pretty stereotypical tool shed. Is this a tarp? Wait, was there a tarp in here before? Probably looking at it. Could be related to the case. The picks there. Those are there. Okay, the tarp is the only thing. The top is wet and covered with mud and grime. But the underside, totally clean and completely dry. Top of that tarp is wet and dirty. Something about that bothers me. Tarp has been added. The only thing here that concerns me. Okay. I think I've checked everything I need to in this area, but I'm not done yet. There are other areas I need to check. Specifically that fragment I found before. There's somewhere I need to go in order to confirm my suspicions. Still need to find out more about Kyoko. Is that corpse really Kyoko? If that's true, was that also Kyoko who attacked me last night? If I can find out more about her, maybe I can answer that question. Kyoko was never the kind of person to talk about herself all that much. Maybe if I can get into her room, I'll be able to find out more. But the key to her room is with Byakuya. Hey, Byakuya? If you do come up with an alibi, I'd be happy to hear it later at the class trial. Oh no, it's not about that. You have the key to Kyoko's room, right? I was hoping I could borrow it. I'm afraid I can't take that risk. You're the prime suspect, after all. Of course, if I were to go with you, that would be a different story. Then will you go with me? Sorry, I have my own agenda to take care of. Find me again later and we'll see. Depending on my mood, I may go with you. Or I may not. Come back later, huh? Okay, then in the meantime, I should look around somewhere else. Maybe I should check out that one area. I'm out! Finally, exploration. I'm skipping all of that so hard. I'm going to the gym. I need to give me some sick gains, bro. He's gone. Where'd it go? Monkuma's laying dismantled on the floor, but I figured it wouldn't be here. Just found something. What is it? It's what? A bomb. There's one installed in every Monokuma robot, I'm sure. A bomb? That bomb went missing. There's no doubt about that. The fragments I found in the garden. Fragments near the dead body has been updated in the truth bullet section of your handbook. Okay, I've checked everything else I can think of. All that's left now is Kyoko's room. I should head back to the garden and ask Byakuya. Can I just... I can. Oh yeah, there's the second floor gym. Let's go! Think you can go soon, Byakuya? You want to check out Kyoko's room, right? Kyoko's room, right? Very well, let's go. Ah, wait for me. Byakuya walked out without a second glance, and I heard after him on our way to the dorms. She's the first one here. Well then, here we go. Byakuya took out the key and slid into the keyhole, and then, click. And it's open. Looks like it. Thanks. So, this is Kyoko's room. Something on the table. It's a woodblock decoration. What's that? What purpose does it serve? I think it's probably a key. The lockers at those really traditional public bathhouses use them for their lockers. I wouldn't know. I've never gone into a public bathhouse. It doesn't really surprise me. It's hard to picture Byakuya doing something like that. But if it is a key, I think I might know what it unlocks. Really? What? Unless I'm mistaken, I'm pretty sure I saw something in the dojo that this might go to. The dojo? Here's your bed. Don't see anything interesting here, at least not as far as the case is concerned. Alright, how about the bathroom? Here's the bathroom. She might have certain articles hanging up to dry. Better not look inside. Hey, I think it would be wise to look around a bit more. You wanted to come here, right? So what is it you're looking for? Nothing in particular. I just thought we might find some kind of clues here. Clue that might help us understand Kyoko. You can't be serious. That's why you made me take time out of my search to come here? Sorry. Regardless, if you plan on poking around at random, you're doomed no matter how much time you take. Surely you have something more concrete. Something to give us some sort of direction here. More concrete. Oh, I know. Earlier, Kyoko gave me something. Huh? What's this? Consider a symbol of my determination. Don't open it yet. Only open it if something ever happens to me. Sure, I have it here somewhere. Found it. What's in the envelope? Kyoko gave it to me. She said if something ever happened, I should open it. Well, something certainly has happened, so open it. Okay. I opened the envelope and looked inside. Inside was a single piece of paper. Under the sheets? That's all that was in there? Yeah, it looks like it. Under the sheets, what could it be? Ding ding! But could something be hidden under the bed sheets? Part of me didn't expect to find anything, but as I lifted up the sheets... What's this? Found a crumpled up piece of paper. Class 78 student registry? Mukuro Ikusaba. It appears to be Mukuro Ikusaba's profile. Yeah, looks like it. It's probably the other thing Kyoko stole when she snuck into the headmaster's room along with the key. It was a key and beep! That's it! This must be the blank that Monokuma was talking about. Kyoko said a death without meaning was unappealing, and this is what she left behind. I don't have time for your sentimental indulgences. Hurry up and finish your search. Okay. Made an effort to pull myself together and looked down at the profile sheet. Name, Mukuro Ikusaba. Sex, female. The ultimate soldier. Although small for age, she was a military specialist trained in every weapon type imaginable. She showed an interest in the military from childhood and soon found herself completely absorbed in it. In elementary school, she won a survival game tournament and began writing for military magazines. Just before entering middle school, while she and her family were on vacation in Europe, she disappeared. The story of a young Japanese girl being kidnapped quickly took over Japanese media outlets. An intense international investigation turned up no information, and she was never found. However, she reappeared in Japan 3 years later, alone and completely unannounced. She revealed that she had joined a mercenary group known as Fenrir for those 3 years. She insisted she hadn't been kidnapped, that she'd received battle training of her own volition. However, she never revealed why she decided to return home when she did. So Kyoko is Mukuro. The Ultimate Soldier, a mercenary group. This doesn't feel real. The world I grew up in, it's like a completely different dimension. It's like one's non-fiction and the other is sci-fi. There's no way to even compare the two. It's how different this is. That was how I saw things just as an ordinary person. But then, I never imagined I would hear the name Fenrir in a place like this. Huh, you recognize it? The Fenrir Mercenary Corps is a collection of battle-crazed warmongers. But they do have their uses, and they always get the job done. That's worth remembering. This is all part of a world totally removed from the one I live in. I have to say, I'm intrigued. Every rumor I've heard says that Fenrir has already... Whoa, I feel like a hero's becoming a bit player, and a bit player is becoming our hero. Ah, it's you! What have you got in your pretty little hand there? Uh-oh, you found a profile? So what if we did? Don't freak out on me. I'm not going to hold it against you or anything. And in case you're wondering, I don't hold it against Kyoko either. Even though she stole it and hid it. After all, there's no rule against stealing, is there? But who I can't forgive is Miss Ogami, who broke the rules and busted into the headmaster's room. Maybe I'll drag her corpse out here and slice it up and devour it. Bears are omnivorous, you know. Are rule violations really so unforgivable? You're quite adamant about those regulations of yours. Of course I am. A proper school life is built on the dedication to organization and order. Which is why even I, as a school headmaster, have to follow the regulations myself. Oh, so you're saying you have to follow your own rules as well? Absolutely. I can't have you complain about how unfair it all is, now can I? In fact, on the subject of fairness, would you like to know something interesting? Interesting? It's about the one writing all the rules. They're actually one of the participants in this killing game. I don't think I ever actually told you how many participants there actually were, did I? I was thinking I should probably clarify that. 16. When we all first got together in the main hall, way back when, there were 15 people there, right? I think the first meeting may have led a little misunderstanding among you all. Misunderstanding? Are you saying? That's right, there weren't actually 15 of you. The total number of students taking part in this killing game was actually 16. 16, then... 16 student, Mukuro Ikusaba. She's part of the school life. So the one making all the regulations is... Did you say something? Why are you telling us this? Oh, well, because, like I told you, this killing game is desperately popular. You wouldn't believe the ratings. And since we've got so many viewers now, I wanted to make sure everyone was on the same page. I don't want to wake up to a hurricane of complaints and hate mail, you know? Makes sense? Okay, that's all you get for now. Oh, actually, I do have some revenge to get, so I have an extra bonus for you. Revenge? I want to get back at that sneaky Miss Kirigiri, so I'm going to share a little secret with you. Seriously? You know how she wears those stupid gloves day in, day out all the time? Well, don't tell anyone I told you, but she wears them to cover a bunch of hideous scars that she doesn't want anyone to see. What? Okay, now that's all you get. Monokuma's account has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Kyoko wears those gloves to cover up a bunch of scars? Wait, so on the back of her hand... the tattoo. Wait, but no. Monokuma specifically said they were scars, right? That's why Kyoko wears those gloves, to hide the scars, which means... those fake nails on the corpse. Are you thinking about Kyoko again? Huh? Forget about it. What matters right now is uncovering Monokuma's trap. His trap? God must have really hated you to make you so dull. Don't you remember what Monokuma just told us? He said there were 16 students, right? Which means Mukuro was a student here. Obviously, Monokuma was trying to tell us that Mukuro is the one creating the rules to this game. But why would he tell us that? And why now? He said he wanted to make things clear so there wouldn't be any complaints later. But the mere fact that he said that proves that Mukuro is connected to this case. That's why Monokuma revealed the existence of a 16th student. He needs to make our investigation fair. Mukuro is related to the case? Perhaps she's the one who killed Kyoko. What? That would explain why we would have a class trial, wouldn't it? If she's a student and she killed someone, that would make her part of the school killing game. Mukuro is the killer? She killed Kyoko? Anyone should be able to come to that conclusion, don't you think? In fact, that's exactly what I thought when the investigation first began. But based on what Monokuma just told us, I've changed my mind. Mukuro Ikusaba isn't the culprit. What makes you say that? We thought Mukuro, the ultimate despair, was the mastermind's true identity. But if that's true, Monokuma's behavior makes no sense. Why would the mastermind go out of the way to reveal themselves to us? That's a good point. Mukuro giving us information that would raise questions about her would be bold, to say the least. Makes more sense then to assume that Mukuro isn't the culprit. So that's the trap. It wants to suspect Mukuro and come to the wrong conclusion. That's what makes sense to me. The way you said it definitely does seem possible, but if that's really true, if Mukuro isn't the killer, then who is? Well, then I believe our work here is finished. Let's move on. I'm sure there are other places in need of investigation. We should find out if that key and the dojo really are connected. Well, are you coming? Later. Alright, but I do need to run to the little gamer's room, so I'll be right back. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Alright, business over. Let's do this. 6. There are wooden lockers here. Use woodblock keys just like those super traditional public bathhouses. Looks like the key we found in Kyoko's room really does go to one of these lockers. Hydration. Hydrate yourself. Makoto, do you see the lockers farthest to the right? That's the only one that doesn't have a key in it at the moment. You understand what that means, right? You should probably use the key we found on that locker, right? Well, just try it. Okay. Took out the woodblock key and inserted it into the locker's metal lock, and click. The locker eagerly accepted the key and it opened. There are arrows in here. It looks like 10 arrows in total. They look like they're made of titanium, which means they're quite strong despite how thin they are. Of course, without a bow, they're nothing but strong little sticks. Strong sticks. That's what went through the body. Oh, there's something else inside the locker. It's a wadded up ball of duct tape. I wonder what this was used for. Is that a bloodstain? If it is, that means it must surely be related to the case. This duct tape is related to the case somehow? But how could it possibly be involved? Related duct tape has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. I think that's all the locker has to offer for now. Is something wrong? It's very odd, don't you think? The locker was hiding items that were clearly related to the case. But how did the key to the locker wind up in the victim's room? Or perhaps... Byakuya? Forget it. Come on, we need to continue on to the next location. What next location? There's still something we need to look into. We need to do more research on Fenrir. Fenrir? You mean the mercenary group that Mukuro was part of? But how are we supposed to find out about that? Isn't it obvious? Where in the school would you go to do research on something? Are you talking about the archive? That's right. The archive has all kinds of info that the general public doesn't have access to. We only have so much time before the trial begins. Let's hurry. Let's do this. I believe there was a file related to Fenrir somewhere over here. Byakuya seemed to know the archive like the back of his hand and went straight to the shelf in the back. Ah, here we go. He quickly returned with a file in hand. Take a look at this. I have no idea what it says. What language is this? How'd you make it all the way to high school without learning a single word of French? I'm pretty sure most high schoolers can't speak French. Well, whatever, I'll read it for you, but I expect you to repay your debt 100 times over. 100 times? Isn't that kind of extreme? Fenrir is an elite fighting unit based out of the Middle East. Unlike military contractors, they're a fierce group of soldiers who engage in direct combat. They claim that a single member is equivalent to an entire company of regular soldiers. Just like Fenrir, the Wolf of Ragnarok, their mere presence is enough to strike fear into an enemy. Any enemy. They have been involved in countless military battles and operations, most of which are highly classified. However, some time ago they completely ceased all activity. At present, their continued existence cannot be confirmed. There are unconfirmed reports that the key members of the group were all neutralized. Rumors indicate they were killed to keep them from revealing the many state secrets they'd acquired. Some, however, believe there was mounting internal tension within the group and they simply imploded. What is it? This all just sounds like some kind of alternate reality. Well, it isn't. This is our reality, the only reality. These people are part of our world. Their battlefields aren't much different from our lives here. An unpredictable, unimaginable world. That's what makes it all so exciting. Exciting definitely isn't the word I would use. So, did anything jump out at you? This may be your last opportunity to learn about Fenrir. Now that you mention it, the report said something about where the name Fenrir comes from, right? That's right. It said Fenrir is the Wolf of Ragnarok. Speaking of which, would you like to know something interesting related to that? To show that they remember the team, each soldier that joins the squad would get a tattoo representing Fenrir somewhere on their body. What? They got a tattoo of Fenrir? Could that mean... Here we go. Going into the class trial. And the time has come. All we can do now is try to uncover the truth during the class trial. It would seem that way. Let's go. Well, Byakuya and Makoto showed up together. Where the heck have you two been? You just disappeared without a word. We were investigating, of course. How could you not figure that out by this point? Makoto's ranked high enough for you guys to go off together, just the two of you? What, are you jealous? Or are you making up some kind of creepy fantasy for yourself? Stop talking and brace yourselves. He'll be here any second. Any second. He could show up at any time. When I imagined what was about to happen, I immediately tensed up and prepared myself. But we stood there for 5 full minutes waiting for something weird to happen. Then 5 minutes became 10. What's going on here? Why hasn't Monokuma showed up yet? Maybe he died again? What should we do? Should we keep waiting here, or... Or what? Jesus! Did I scare you? I demand an explanation. Why'd you waste my time and make me wait like that? What? I made you wait? You got all backwards. You're the ones making me wait. Huh? I'm waiting for everyone to arrive. We can't start till everyone's here, now can we? What are you talking about? Everyone is here. We've all been waiting for you. Sorry, but you're wrong. But I've been waiting 10 minutes now, so it's okay if I punish the one making us all wait, right? If we all agree it's a violation, I'll arrange a punishment right now. If it's me you're waiting for, I'm here. Kyoko, when we heard that voice, we all spun around to look. I'm here, and no rule's been broken. Kyoko! Kyoko, you're still alive? No, that's a ghost! Stop talking. If you want to fight, do it at the class trial. You need to save some of the fun for later, right? But it's okay that there's no particular penalty for being late. I made it here just fine. What school regulation did I violate? Am I wrong? You're so selfish, so spoiled. You're right, there's no penalty officially, but I bet you'll be sorry later. No, I'll make sure you're sorry later. Anyway, hustle your butts onto the elevator. I'll be just one step ahead of you. When Monokuma was gone, we all rushed up to Kyoko. Kyoko! So you really didn't die? Of course I didn't die. Thank God, I'm so glad you're okay. Perhaps, but that's not necessarily a good thing for us. Huh? He's right, now I've got to deal with a ghost. I told you, stop talking. Come on, let's just go. Whatever we need to discuss, we can do it during the trial. Without ever looking directly at Kyoko, Byakuya stepped into the elevator. Master, wait for me. Good call. Who knows what might happen to us if we take too long. I'll be happy when this trial is all over. One after another, everyone piled into the elevator. But I couldn't help myself. I had to talk to Kyoko before the trial started. Listen, before we get started, I have to ask you. Where have you been this whole time? You used that key of yours to go somewhere, didn't you? So, I went to investigate the second floor of the dorms. The second floor? There aren't any monitors or cameras there, so I was able to avoid Monokuma completely. Of course, I also missed his announcement because of that. I had no idea a body had been discovered. Then, when did you find out? Just now. I finished my search and came back down just in time to hear the class trial announcement. I took some time to go over the crime scene first. Can't go to a trial completely uninformed, can I? So that's why you were late. I'm sorry I kept you all waiting. But if you're on the second floor of dorms, that's what the key you found goes to? Actually, to be precise, not quite. I used Monokuma's secret tool, which can open any lock in the school. What? Kyoko's account has been added to the truth bullets section. Hey, what are you two doing? Hurry up before we get in trouble with Monokuma. We can go over all the details after we get through the trial, okay, Makoto? Right now, I just want to focus on surviving our current situation. Because this is probably the single most crucial moment so far for me. For her? That's a strange way to put it. The class trial is important for everyone, right? So why would she say it's a crucial moment for her? Well, that's all. Seemingly unconcerned, Kyoko made her way to the elevator. I'm just overthinking what she said, right? Being the last one left, I stepped into the elevator. And the door slid shut. Just the 6 of us. This time the clunking was loud enough to hurt my ears and the dread began to consume me once again. Can't imagine ever getting into the mental pressure that... Getting used to the mental pressure that comes with preparing for an execution. In that dusky darkness, nobody said a word. We just stood there silent and still. After an immeasurable period of time, the doors opened without warning. A dazzling light penetrated every depth of my eyes, but it wasn't the illuminating light of hope. It was the blinding light of despair. I've been waiting for this. I feel like it's been forever since we got together like this. The time for pointless jokes and jabs has passed. Let's get on with the show! So the curtain opened for the 5th time. Deadly Judgment, Deadly Class Trial. I'm going to save somewhere else. That way I can go back because there's another item I need to get before Chapter 6. But I'm not going to tell you what. Lost in thoughts. Oh wait, these two can't be used together. That's right. They're one's an upgrade. Duh. Okay, I'm dumb. But first, I have to end the episode here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I forgot that I was going to end this on the class trial, but hey, we're just a tiny bit over an hour, so I'm going to move on. We're going to do this. Thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye!